My job requires that I'm a domestic violence court on a weekly basis. Because of this, I have an unlimited supply of party stories. Woman requesting restraining order from husband. Says her husband is obsessively controlling. When asked for details, she gave 2 examples. First, every time she sees him after a period apart, he demands to smell her breath to see if it smells like dick. Second, he requires her to log and count her tampons because he's suspicious she's using them to soak up other men's semen. Husband sitting on the other side of the courtroom. His face wan. Guy has limited interactions with his adult daughter despite still living with her. She sends him almost a dozen original emails a day, claiming to be a prophet of the new Lord. Pages and pages of evidence with some hardcore text. When it comes time, we will wear your skin kind of shit. Dad begins to get freaked out. Shows up to court with, and this is not an exaggeration, 12,000 of these emails, all original and all at least 1,000 words. She doesn't show. He hasn't seen her. He somehow hasn't seen her in a week or so. He goes home that same day, goes to sleep, wakes up, daughter, naked, covered in her own blood, cuts all over. House reeks of gasoline. She's laughing, holding a lighter. Begins shouting shit. Dad tackles her. She's writhing and screaming. Gets control over her. Commits her the next day. Showed up in court with the story anyways and got a year restraining order, just in case. Overweight, thick-rimmed grease face shows up. 6 out of 10 feeble-looking woman requesting a restraining order. She and the guy had originally been dating. They broke up. Turns out he took naked pictures of her while she was sleeping, during the relationship. She doesn't know this. 6 months later, she has a new boyfriend. Wakes up in the morning, goes to her car to go to work. Her car has every inch of it covered with naked photos of her. All angles, everything showing. Fucking superglued in thick paper so she can't really do shit about it. Sitting in the middle of her suburban neighborhood. Tries to pour water on it. Doesn't help. Manages to scrape off enough off the windshield to see. Drives Coochmobile to the nearest mechanic. Stares from everyone. Recognizing the driver from her spread legs and tits plastered to the side windows. Has to get it power washed or some shit. Dude is laughing in court as she recants this. Admits to it. Judge approves the restraining order. Guy freaks out. Your Honor, you don't understand. I wasn't doing it to harass her, but to tease her new boyfriend. Sits back as though that changes a lot. Judge doesn't give a shit. Guy's face went 5-year restraining order. Middle Eastern woman comes into court, trying to get restraining order against ex-husband. Hasn't seen ex-husband yet, so he's not there. Goes over her statements to the court. Here's her situation. 6 months before she filed, she got divorced, and her husband moved back to Sandland. A few weeks before she filed, after not seeing him for almost half a year, she has an alleged incident. She's sitting at home, in front of her closed front window, reading a magazine, drinking tea or some shit. Glances at the road. Sees a car begin to come down her street. Windows are dark, and she can't see into it. Looks vaguely like her ex-husband's car. As it passes, she suddenly goes into electric shock. Immediately realized that she had been drive-by tased. Calls the police and files a report. Judge asks the woman, "Your window was closed, and the car driving by had its windows up as well?" "Yes, it was very strong taser. I still feel the effects." "Ma'am, I'm afraid that's not how tasers work." "He tased me!" "Even if it was a stun gun, that couldn't have happened through 2 sheets of glass, as he was driving across the street." Lady goes batshit. Claims the judge has no idea what her ex is capable of. Claims he must have invented new weapon technology to produce such a taser. Lady also later claimed that he has been trying to kill her, as evidenced by her seeing a loose wire hanging from a telephone pole on her drive home from work. Apparently, that was him trying to electrocute her again. My favorite part of this one was just thinking about if she had been right. What if her husband really was a fucking military genius and was electrocuting people at his whims? Lady eventually was forced to leave the courtroom and denied the protective order she requested. Wondered if she did die. Here's a really fucking weird one. Woman requesting an order against her ex-boyfriend. Boyfriend moved out 3 months prior. They've had minimal contact since. She declares that she needs protection because he has been ejaculating on everything I own. According to her, this motherfucker has been sneaking into her home on the daily and spraying jizz on her household items. Sticky phone, sticky purse, sticky pots, sticky pans, sticky dogs, sticky chairs, you name it. She said this has been happening for close to a month. Said she immediately knew what it was and who did it. Guy is making the biggest what the fuck face in court. Responds with the basic, why would I do that? Who would do that? I've moved on, blah 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 blah. Woman interrupts and produces evidence for the court. Judge looks at it. Private testing she had done. Confirmed for semen. Confirmed for his semen. All of it was his semen. Judge asked the guy if he has anything to say for the record. I've never had such use for this gif. But the change in fucking face when. Too much glee up in here. Let's take a turn for the sadder with my first, that dude is gonna die experience. Mexican dude in court claims that his wife's 2 brothers are harassing him and physically intimidating him. Wife complains to her brothers whenever her and her husband have a problem, and the brothers retaliate. Follow the husband in their car wherever he goes, not saying anything, slowly rolling behind him. On the few occasions he's confronted them, they've tried to physically subdue him and take him, but he's escaped, even once through a fire exit. Never a police report filed because they flee when they hear La Policia. Both brothers are from Mexico. Third brother from Mexico as well is in jail for murder. Both are huge, imposing, tatted guys. Husband is tiny and looks comically like a 20th century Mexican rancher. Restraining order request is denied because no police request. Husband looks terrified. Brothers smirking in their denim and flannel. Less than a month before the husband goes missing. Still technically a missing person. Come on now. Husband and wife are separated, but have no restraining order. Have custody order that is constantly a subject of debate for them. 2 kids, boy 10 and a girl 8. One day, dad shows up from school to pick up kids, like he's supposed to. Mom shows up too. Dad gets daughter, but mom grabs her son and takes him, saying it's her time. School does nothing, both parents drive away. Boy in mom's car begins to yell that he wants to talk to dad. Mom calls dad to get him to shut up. Gives the kid the phone. Dad, I want to see you. Don't worry, Dad, I have an idea. Fucking 10-year-old boy proceeds to, in the seat next to his mom, drop his pants and start shitting. Takes the fattest shit of his life all over the front seat. Oozing down his crack and all over his pants/legs. Smells unbearable. Mom freaks out. God damn it. Immediately drives him to the dad. And gives the dad the son because she can't deal with it. Mom and dad proceed to spend at least an hour of the court's time arguing if the dad instructed the kid to shit his way out of his situation. Judge's face during all of this. Guy trying to get restraining order against lady for obsessive behavior. For the year after their relationship ended, she texted him every single day. Stuff like, "Good morning, sexy," or "Hope your day is going well, stud." But also stuff like, "I hope that bitch you're fucking now knows what we did in that bed." Declarations getting graphic. Shit like, "I was having a bad day until I started thinking of you and found an old bottle of Astroglide. Thanks for 2 orgasms." These go on, multiple per day for a year. Guy doesn't respond to a single fucking text. Not one response. Literally over 1,000 text messages of her talking to herself. Guy shows up to court. He's like 55, 5'4", broad, skin destroyed by too much sun, wearing cowboy boots and sporting a sick white mullet goatee combo. Looks like a joke. Woman shows up. Legit 9 out of 10. Feet are stirring. Here comes the crazy shit. She denies none of it, but isn't really paying attention to the hearing. Just staring at the dude. Wearing a rather short skirt. Legs originally under the table. Both the respondent and the defendant face the judge. As the case goes on, her legs swivel around slowly to face him. Judge is lost in reading out loud some litigation shit. She's not wearing any underwear. Half the courtroom is staring at her vagina. She tries to do the Sharon Stone vagina flash leg uncross, but her legs were never really crossed, so really she just spread her vagina further. What the fuck? Guy trying to get the restraining order is trying to ignore it. Wants so badly to look. She says his name. Snaps the judge out of it. Bailiff has to escort her out of the courtroom. She's screaming about the sex they're going to have. Petitioner is almost in tears. God, that was beautiful. And whoever took this screenshot was too stupid to take the full thing.